For 6 weeks, an island in the shadow of Canada's Parliament has been the scene of an extraordinary protest. The smoke is from a sacred fire lit on December 11th, when Chief Theresa Spence began refusing solid food. She was demanding high-level meetings with the Canadian government. Inside a tent of animal skins, she receives visitors and talks about the accumulated grievances of her people.
Our generation, experienced so much pain from the government. It's hard to describe. I don't know, for me it's really, as a woman, I can feel it every day. Even when I sit here and pray,
Chief Spence ended her fast today. She didn't get the meeting with the Prime Minister and the British Crown that she was asking for. Instead, opposition politicians agreed to carry her agenda forward. Some say that's a climb down. Others maintain Prime Minister Stephen Harper's government would never have agreed to her demands.
Well, the First Nations of Canada regard their relationship to the government and indeed to all of Canada as a nation to nation. The Harper government feels differently. The Harper government very much feels that over time they are essentially just like any other Canadian.
The Chief's fast helped inspire a grassroots national protest movement under the banner Idle No More. Organizers say Canada's government is steadily eroding First Nations rights to water, natural resources and land. Pressure from the hunger strike and the streets pushed First Nations concerns into the center of the national agenda. Even government supporters acknowledge that.
One of the positives that have come out of Idle No More is that we're actually having a national discussion on Aboriginal issues. Now, having said that, there has been a lot of progress that has been made, in particular in the last 6 or 7 years by this government.
Next week, after a long holiday break, the Parliament resumes. First Nations activists say they'll be watching closely. As an inspiration to the Idle No More protest movement and a thorn in the side of the Canadian government, Chief Theresa Spence and her hunger strike have certainly had an impact. But whether that lasts and these issues that have plagued this country for so long can be resolved remains to be seen. Daniel Lack, Al Jazeera, Ottawa.